Today we delve into the fundamental concepts of scalar and vector quantities in physics. These distinctions are crucial for understanding how we describe various physical properties. In essence, scalar quantities are all about magnitude, while vector quantities involve both magnitude and direction. Let's look into scalar quantities one by one. Let's say mass. Mass is a classical example of scalar quantity. When we measure mass, we are only concerned with its magnitude. It tells how much matter an object contains, but it doesn't provide any information about its direction. Let's say an example, mass can be written as 5 kg, but mass cannot be written as 5 kg north. Hence, it is a scalar quantity which does not associate with direction. Next, distance. Distance is also another scalar quantity. It simply tells us how much ground an object has covered, whether an object moves forward or backward. The distance remains the same. Direction doesn't come into play when measuring the distance. If we see vector quantity, displacement is a classical example of vector quantity. When we describe an object displacement, we not only specify how far it moved, but also in which direction. This direction can be crucial in understanding the overall motion of the object. Next, velocity. Velocity is another vector quantity. It includes both the speed of an object and the direction when it's moving. For instance, let's example, say a car is going 60 km per hour with in a north direction. The velocity is a vector quantity that combines both the numerical value, example 60 mph in north direction. Hence, velocity is a vector quantity which associated with the direction. It has both magnitude and direction. So here is a question arises when we discuss about scalar and vector quantities. Is temperature scalar or vector? Try to answer this. So if we think the temperature is a scalar quantity because when we measure temperature, we are only interested in its magnitude. We can say something is hotter or colder, but we don't attribute direction to a temperature. Temperature cannot be measured in a vector quantity. Example, 40 degrees Celsius, 50 degree Fahrenheit. So if we move into the conclusion, scalar quantities focus solely on magnitude. Example, mass, temperature, distance. Vector quantities encompasses both magnitude and direction. Example, velocity and displacement. In summary, scale. On the other hand, displacement and velocity represent vector quantities, where understanding the direction is just important as the magnitude. The understanding of scalar and vector quantities lays the foundation of many concepts in engineering and physics.